finally talking about the Flights of Fancy limited edition collection from Wet n Wild. They released it for spring, and I'm going to tell you what ones are hits and what ones are misses, at least in my opinion. What worked, what didn't work. I've been testing them out. I am filming with a new microphone today, so let me know how it sounds to you, quality-wise. Is it any different? I know my audio has been kind of iffy in the past, so I'm trying to make some changes. Also, if you like my videos, please remember to turn on your notifications. I know I say this every time. Notifications, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff, because I do come out with new videos every week. So I found the collection at Christmas tree shops. I think it's available on multiple websites and multiple stores at this point. I'm going to show you swatches of the things that I can swatch, and I'm going to show you what I applied for the products from this collection on my face today. So you're going to get swatches, you're going to get application, and I love doing my reviews this way, especially if I've been using the products for quite a while, because you get to see it applied, you get to see it swatched, because those are two totally different ball games, at least in my opinion, and you get to kind of see a tutorial. And this eye look is so different, I feel like, from, at least color-wise, from what I normally do. I wanted to do something a little tropical, incorporate a lot of the products. We've got a primer spray, we've got eyeshadows, we've got blushes, lip gloss, eyeliner. We've got a lot to discuss today. There are a few minor items that I didn't try. The brush and the lip scrub I didn't try, and I'm missing two of the lip colors for the glosses, but I can talk about the formula, how they wear, all that jazz. So the first thing is this Photo Focus Primer Water Spray. Now, I wasn't really super interested in this when I had seen the collection releasing. I was like, okay, primer water spray. I'm gonna really like it if it's hydrating, very lightweight on the skin. Not everything in the collection is vegan. I will let you know as I go through them. This is one of the vegan items, and it runs for $4.99. For $4.99. They describe it as a lightweight primer spray that can be used to prep, set, and refresh makeup throughout the day. So, oh, I've got a hair stuck in my lip gloss. That's the only thing about lip gloss. Anyway, it is, I agree, very lightweight on the skin. I just don't feel like it does much for me. It doesn't feel super hydrating. I missed it on, and I kind of feel like it went on and didn't do anything. The sprayer isn't super fantastic, as you'll be able to see as I apply the primer. I honestly don't think it does much to extend the wear time of my makeup, and I prefer to use misters or setting sprays that spray a little nicer and not spit on my face. I've tried it further away, I've tried it closer, I've tried it just as a setting spray and not with it as a primer as well. Today I used it as a primer and as a setting spray, and I really wanted it to smell a little more like, I don't know, springtime scented. It doesn't have a scent, which is good for those of you who are more sensitive to products. They're really good about showing which products are, you know, vegan or what ingredients are in what, so that's really nice about Wet n Wild. I think this will work for someone who's maybe a little bit on the oilier side, because it is so lightweight. It's not going to feel greasy on your skin. So if you prefer a spray type of primer, you may prefer this, but my skin is super dry right now. I was putting on my foundation and I was like, ew, I need to exfoliate. So this was not the best primer for me today. So yeah, not very hydrating. The sprayer's okay. It doesn't have a scent. So this one would be a pass for me on the collection, even though it is like $5. Meh. They came out with 3 blushes. They're color icon blushes, and oh my gosh, the print on them is so beautiful. There's a hummingbird type of theme with the whole collection, Flights of Fancy, and I love the little hummingbird imprint. I think that is stunning. That, of course, gets me to buy these. Their color icon blushes are $4.99 as well. I don't believe that these are marked as vegan. They are cruelty-free, just not vegan. So the lightest one is Hummingbird Hype. We've got Don't Flutter Yourself is the pinky tone, and then we've got Dare to Soar, which is the deeper tone blush. They say that these blushes help you achieve a tropical glow with microfine pearl pigments to boost your skin's glow. Now, if you are someone who has a lot of texture, has enlarged pores, you're not gonna like a blush like this. These are shimmery blushes. They're going to emphasize areas of your skin that you may not want to be emphasized. They do give a gorgeous glow, so for that purpose, I think they nailed it. It gives your skin the most beautiful, like my skin almost looks a little wet with this product on my cheeks. These do make really beautiful blush toppers as well, and I will say that this one in particular, Hummingbird Hype, is a beautiful highlight shade. Don't flutter yourself, it's just a little too pink to be a pinky highlight for me, but I mixed the two pinky tones on my cheeks today and I think they look so beautiful combined. I went in really light-handed with Dare to Soar, and then I am wearing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlight, but then I topped that off with Hummingbird Hype, and I mean, it's so glowy and gorgeous. So for me, these are a hit if you're going to use them as a blush topper, a highlight, if you're going to do a very nice wet looking glowy complexion. And I think for the price, $4.99 each, not all of them together, $4.99 each, amazing. So I do recommend these and I do like them quite a bit. Before we go into glosses, I do want to say that the blushes do last a fair amount of time on the skin as well, which is nice. There isn't really a scent to the blushes as well, and they're not super chalky in my opinion. They don't crumble down, so good stuff. Okay, the Color Icon lip gloss shades. Can we just look at the packaging for a second? So pretty. They did come out with 5 shades of these. I have 3 of them. These are another vegan product, and they run for $3.99 a piece. 3 shades I have are Featherless, Fly Gal, and Shut the Pluck Up. They're described as ultra pigmented glosses that deliver a mirror-like finish. The formula features vitamin E and muru seed butter, which is supposed to be moisturizing on the lips. I've found as I've been testing these and wearing these, they stay on your lips for about, or they stay glossy on your lips for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So not a super long time before you have to reapply, but after that amount of time, they sort of leave a little bit of pigment on your lips. You're not going to look like super naked lips, but they do sort of wear down and don't look as glossy. But I say these are a mirror-like finish. When you first apply them, I think so. I'm wearing the, what are you called? Fly Gal right now, and as I'm talking, I can feel it sort of wearing down on my lips. I think that these are lip glosses that you might want to pair with a lip liner. Like today I threw on one of these Buxom lip liners, and this is in White Russian. It's their plump line lip liner. My words today. Oh my goodness. They feel a little sticky when you first apply them, but then that stickiness sort of wears away. Some glosses I've tried where you try to talk and it's like clamping your lips together, and it's like having gum stuck to your lips as you're trying to open them. That's not what these are like. These are very soft and smooth. The applicator is nice and flat, and it's got a nice length to it as well. It's not super short. They apply really easily. So for me, these are a hit. They're not smelly. They don't taste minty or anything. They really don't have a taste at all. The packaging is gorgeous, like I said. So for me, these are a hit. I think I would go for the blushes a little more than I would for the gloss. I don't know. They're really close to each other on the scale. So do like these. These are a hit in my book. All right, let's talk eyeliners before we get into the palettes. These are the MegaLiner liquid eyeliners. These are $2.99 and they are vegan as well. I was excited to try the 3 shades because I tried this guy, their black MegaLiner, in a full face of Wet n Wild try-on video. That was a lot of fun if you want to check that out. And I was surprised at how pigmented and how easily this went on. So I was happy to pick up all 3 of these new shades. So they came out with 2 mattes and 1 metallic, and you can tell by the caps that the gold one is the metallic shade. They described them as long-lasting, high-definition pigments that create fluid lines that stay put and are easy to control. So the shades are You Are My Wingman, which is the pinky shade, Coral, And we've got Winged and Wild, which is the green, and Gilded Wings, which is the metallic gold. I find that with these liners, they are very pigmented, they go on very nicely. I tend to always get these in my eyelashes, but I find that sometimes, depending on how much product you have on the wand itself or the applicator itself, you can kind of create patchiness in your liner. So especially with a light color like this peach, they call this one, what is it called? You are my wingman. I found that with this one, sometimes I would have to let it dry down and then go back in to spots that had some patchiness. Now that's more of a user error, I think, because I'm not going back in enough to put the product down. But you really don't need to use as much product either, so it's kind of like a game of how many times you need to go back in. I think using the cap and the ease of twisting it and making a nice wing or just a line in general is fairly easy. I used all three of them on my eyes today just to show you. I forgot to put the green one on my lower lash line. I did on the side that was completed, and then I forgot to show you on my other eye, but I did go back in, add it underneath, and then put some shadow over it, which I will get to. They are pigmented. They do last fairly long on the eyes as well. You can create a nice wing with these. Wing, flights of fancy. If I were to say hits and misses, I think the green and the gold are a little bit more worth picking up than the corally tone, unless you're into this color in particular because it is so unique. I did pick up all three of the eyeshadow palettes that they released for this collection, and I was excited to try these because of course I was excited to try these. I'm going to say that about this whole collection. But because I had tried the 10 pan Color Icon shadow palettes and really enjoyed them, this is Rose, is it Rose in the Air, Rose in the Air? I said Rose in one of my videos and I'm like, am I just sounding really silly? Either way, Rose in the Air, I don't know. And then Not a Basic Peach are both really nice. I used Not a Basic Peach in that Wet n Wild video I was talking about where I tried a bunch of stuff and then I picked up Rose in the Air, Rose, whatever. The point is, when they came out with these 4-pan ones, they do have other 4-pan shadow palettes that they've had out before, but these are the ones for the collection. I thought they were going to be a lot of fun to play with. They call these the Color Icon Eyeshadow Quads. So the other ones are the 10-pan and these are the quads. The 10 pans, these bigger ones are $4.99, so what a steal. And then these little ones are $2.99. So these are meant to apply evenly and blend smoothly, prevent fading and creasing. And these weren't marked as vegan. I'm not sure if all of them aren't or if just one or a couple of them are. I'm not sure, but they weren't marked on the website. That's where I'm getting this info from, their website in particular. So if you want to see more, go check it out. The more neutral one is called Stop Ruffling My Feathers. The more maroony toned is Flock Party, and then Hasta la Costa Baby is the teal shade. So I have some thoughts about each palette in particular, and I'll kind of breeze through those before showing you how I applied them on my eyes. I don't have any of Stop Ruffling My Feathers on my eyes today because I did wear and test this out already, all of these things, and I have some thoughts about it. The transition, beautiful, blends really nicely. The brow bone highlight is okay. It's not my least favorite out of the three, so that's pretty good as well. The crease is beautiful. The eyelid shade, I was expecting a little bit more. In order to get this beautiful pink shade, you need to either use your finger and then use a brush to kind of smooth things out, round out the edges, or you have to put some on a brush, wet it, and then apply it to your eye. You're not going to get this beautiful, more high intensity pink shade, which this is one of my favorite type of shades for eyeshadow looks. You really need to pack it on with a brush, but that would take so long. So that kind of disappointed me that this shade in particular was kind of harder to work with, but the transition, the brow bone's pretty good. Like I said, it's not the most amazing, but it's not bad. The crease shade's beautiful, though I don't always love shimmers in my crease, but you certainly can do that. I did it today, and it blends out really nicely, so it's not so like bold shimmer. It's not like metallic in your crease. So Flock Party, this is probably one of the more highly anticipated. It's got that warm tone. Warm tones are still really popular. The transition is beautiful across the board in all three. The transitions blend so well. I was really impressed with those. The brow bone in this one is, yeah, it's my least favorite. I'm not in love with the brow bone in this. The crease actually didn't blow me away either, and neither did the eyelid shade. So this is my least favorite out of the three palettes that they came out with, which kind of broke my heart because I was so excited for this one because of the gold and the pinky highlight. It spoke to me, but it just didn't do as much as I was hoping it to. This brow bone highlight is on the chalky side. It's not as shimmery as I was hoping, and I wish this crease shade was just a little bit darker. I think it needed to be just a hair darker for it to work as well. But then again, the eyelid shade doesn't go on as dark as you would like either. I didn't wet any of the shadows when I put them on my eye today, and I mixed this shade and this shade together to create an eyelid color. I did use the crease color actually as part of my highlights, which you will see. With Hasta la Costa, transition's beautiful, brow bone's beautiful, crease is beautiful, lid color is beautiful. This one is my favorite out of the ones they released. It's a more unique color palette, so maybe not everyone would be drawn to it, but this color right here, oh my gosh, it builds up a lot better than the pinky toned one that I was talking about in both palettes, and makes a beautiful liner color, makes a beautiful lid color. Stunning. This one is amazing. I love all of the tones in here. You can see in my crease that the purples came out really nice. So my order of preference would be Hasta la Costa Baby, Stop Ruffling My Feathers, and then Flock Party would be my least favorite. Now, you may look at the swatches and think otherwise, or you may see me apply them and think otherwise. That's totally fine. We can have different opinions, but I think there's a good 2 out of 3 going on with these palettes. Honestly, I think it's more worth picking up one of the bigger palettes because you're paying $4.99, so $5 for 10 eyeshadows versus paying $2.99 for 4 eyeshadows. And you've got a little bit more wiggle room for looks and styles to play around with. All of these things are based off of preference, but I love sharing my experience with you. I really hope that you share your experience with me as well if you've tried any of the products, or if you're excited to try a certain product from this collection since you've seen it in my video. It is a limited edition collection, so if you want to get it, grab it now or soon. I don't know how long it's going to stay around for. One thing I will say that drives me crazy about Wet n Wild products is the stickers that they put on them. I know that they've got the little peel off section where you should be able to just rip off the piece that holds the palette together, but oh my gosh, it is a battle for me every time I try to get these open. Every time. And then they'll have a sticker here, they'll have a sticker here, and I'm like, Wet n Wild, I know you don't want people touching the products, and I super appreciate that because I don't want people touching the products in store, but there needs to be some sort of other easier sticker situation than what we got going on here. Does anyone else understand the struggle? At least with these type of products. The eyeliners are fine. The lip glosses were kind of annoying because they had the little plastic peel off, but that wasn't even as bad. It's the peel offs that are stickers. I hope this video was helpful to you. I wanted to show you application, the products up close, and swatches. So I know editing this is going to be a lot of work, but I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like this collection, this type of video. I wanted to do a review where it's less of a first impressions and more of a well thought out, this is how I feel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and staying until the end. I really appreciate it. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. You guys are amazing. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed. I will see you soon. Bye everyone.